Oaks at Group 1 level. These days, of course, it's run over 2,200 metres, and your favourite is Ophelia. So let's have a look at these girls from the top, starting with Benagil from the Glenn Thompson stable with Mark Zara.
Thanks, Bernie. She's a well-travelled filly. She took out the Australasian Oaks at Group 1 level, only 2 starts back as favourite. And then in the Doomben Roses, everything that could have gone wrong went wrong from that wide gate. She ran into plenty of traffic jams up the straight. And look at the size of her. She just needs a bit of room to show her best.
Ophelia is our favourite. She's trained by David Van Dyke. He won this race just 3 years ago. Her sister won it 4 years ago, Kira McAvoy.
Yes, this girl, Bernie, has just got to run the extra 200 metres on the big track here at Eagle Farm. She's going for 5 wins on the trot. She was great in the Roses, beating a lot of these fillies, and she did it the tough way. She burnt a couple of times, but was strong on the line. The margin says a half a length, but I still think there was a little bit left in the tank. So she goes forward. She makes her own luck today.
Moving out is slightly on the toe. Chris Waller, James McDonald.
Yeah, whereas this filly, she loves to be ridden quietly. If she gets a bit of a dig out of the gate, she can get a little bit keen. So I think it's quietly with her. She can run on strongly if she finds the right part of the track.
Nathan Doyle trains the Ford. Churchill's Choice, Kobe Jennings.
And this has been a Group 1 target for an informed stable, Bernie. Her run in the Doomben Roses, she attacked the line late at the 2000, suggesting the extra furlong and a bigger track is exactly what she's looking for.
Wahng hails from the Kris Lees stable with Tommy Berry.
Similar story with her. She ran 3rd in the ATC Oaks, so she's ticked that box, and a 5th in the Doomben Roses. She loomed to win, just peaked on her run, but she strips fitter today.
Jenny's Meadow is trained by Team Hayes, Ethan Brown.
Yeah, she's a filly by Brutal. She's got to run the extra distance, but she was great in the Roses. Her final splits were terrific. Last couple of starts, she's had gates 13 and 14. Gate 1 today, so at least through the first half, she's going to get a nice soft time.
Chris Waller trains the 7 Real Class with Andrew Mellion.
Yeah, just not sure whether she's got the class to win at this level of competition. Maybe a place.
Pinito is dappled up. James Cummings and Jason Collett.
Extremely honest. Have a look at her form. She ran 2nd in the Princess Stakes to Ophelia. She went to the coast on that bottomless heavy 10 and she blitzed them. She might have been flattered slightly by the track conditions. She revelled in it, but she's got a great chance here.
Pleasure Artist has suffered some incredibly bad luck this prep. Richard and Will Freedman, CJ Graham.
Oh, you've done your form, Bernie, haven't you? She's found plenty of dead ends at a couple of crucial stages of her races this campaign. Last time in the Doomben Roses, though, she probably didn't have as many excuses there, and I'm just wondering whether she's up to this class at this distance.
Sweltering will be the 10. Trent Busserton, Natalie Young and Rachel King.
She's still a maiden. She's been runner-up 5 times from 7 starts. She finished 2nd in the Australasian Oaks behind Benagil as a 200-to-1 pop, but she was strong through the line. I think she'll run a lot better than the price suggests.
Poster Girl is a local from Team Months with Justin Huxtable.
Yeah, the winkers are off, probably to help her get the trip. I'm not totally convinced that she'll run the 2200 though.
Roger James is back with Robert Selwood. George Rook to ride. She's a dealer.
Yeah, well, we've just got to respect this team that come every year with the right horses. A filly by Ace High, he was a good stayer himself. She ran 2nd at Randwick. That was as testing a track as you'll get. She was beaten a long way into 2nd placing, but she obviously gets a better surface today.
Kira Ma trains 14, Amplify, Ryan Maloney.
Well, Amplify bobbed up at the coast on that heavy 10, running 2nd to Pinito. Different story today, though.
Sun Worshipper is the 15, Maddie Cropp and Ange Jones.
Yeah, she's a little pocket rocket, isn't she, Bernie? She ran 6th in the Roses. She was just outstayed late. She's probably tested at this level, but you can't help but like her.
What about Eclair Encore, Kris Lees and Damien Thornton?
Yeah, she's got a poor draw, this filly by Morris. She's a Northern Hemisphere bred. She's smart, but I just don't know where she's going to get from there.
Waterhouse and Bot train number 17, Shangri-La Impact with Timmy Clark.
Well, she had some interest to this race. She's coming off a Goulburn benchmark 64 win, but she's a front runner, trained by Gay and Adrian, so she's fit, she's hard, and the way this track's playing, they're going to have to work hard to get past her late.
Allah Hazel is a last start winner, Richard Litt and Josh Parr.
Yeah, just not quite sure whether she's up to this Oaks today on the win line.
And David Van Dyke has the favourite and also a roughie with number 19 misting here, Jag Guthman Chester.
Beat the older horses on a wet track at the Sunny Coast last night over 1,800 metres. This is another big step up, but I'm not completely ruling her out.
Alrighty, well, there is a whole bunch of great-looking 3-year-old fillies in the yard here. I am sticking with David Van Dyke's favourite, Ophelia. It is a good parade by her. She's looking nice and focused. She comes with a little bit of a different shape to most of these other fillies, but her pedigree says yes, her family says yes, and as I say, it is a great parade. But I want to make special mention of Benagil. I thought it was a 10 out of 10 parade by number 1 as well.
Well, filly Bernie has been very solid in the market. I'm with her, number 2, to beat 1, Benagil. She looked magnificent in the yard. 6, Jenny's Meadow, and then 4, Churchill's Choice.
I've got the same Quinella as you, Maxie, on 1, 2, 3, 6. Benagil just ahead of Philia, not much between them. Moving out will have to defy the pattern of the day, and the 6, Jenny's Meadow, likewise. 1, 2, 3, 6 for me. They've loaded up well. We better get upstairs.
All right, yes, the market really liking that form from the Roses. Here is David Fowler for the call.
100 metres, a fairly short run of the first turn of about 170 metres. Starter having a last look down the line. Filly is a bit toey. They're just trying to settle her, the Oaks favourite. There's the light. All set. A Claire Encore getting edgy. Just waiting for the line to settle. Racing. In the end, Philia began well, and sweltering out wide was nicely away. Over on the other side of the track, good speed from Wahng and Pleasure Artist. Jenny's Meadows right up there with Poster Girl. Ella Hazel trying to find a spot. Philia for the moment, she can't get near the lead, but she's pushing forward about 6th and 7th as they drive into that first bend. Then came Real Class. Benagil settling about 3 or 4 back over on the inside. Followed by She's a Dealer, then Churchill's Choice, Amplify inside that pair. Then Pinito, moving out 4th last. Well back in the field was a Claire Encore, Misty and Sun Worshipper is last of the 18. They sort their positions out. They travel to the back straight. They've got just over 1,500 to run, and it's Shangri-La Impact in the lead. Philia has gone to second and sweltering from the extreme outside gate, 3rd to the fence. Not a bad piece of riding. 1 away 4th, Pleasure Artist. Then it came a length and a half to Wahng in 5th, and the pace is genuine. Jenny's Meadow lying 7th on the rail inside of Ella Hazel. Poster Girl was 3 wide, and Benagil parked behind that trio at the 1100. Followed then by Real Class, Amplified, Churchill's Choice, She's a Dealer. Moving out's a long way back with Pinito. They're keeping company with each other. Then a Claire Encore. Mystic and Sun Worshipper is last. 6th with a big baldy face thundering down the centre of the track. Churchill's Choice running on fairly. Wahng on the inside. Tackled by Pinito on the outside. Then came Ella Hazel. Benagil. Wahng on the inside. Pinito the outside. Stride for stride. Desperate go. Here comes the post photo. I'd say Wahng from Pinito and Benagil. 4th possibly Amplify. Not far away was She's a Dealer. Philia was next, then Jenny's Meadow, followed by Moving Out. Then came Ella Hazel, Real Class, Churchill's Choice. At the head of the others was Sun Worshipper. Then Shangri-La Impact. Well back was Sweltering, Pleasure Artist. Then came a Claire Encore, Misty and Poster Girl last over the line.
Wahng has won the Queensland Oaks from Pinito and Benagil. Very close for 4th. Oh, there's quite a few of them there, including number 13, She's a Dealer. But Wahng, Kris Lees, Tommy Berry, finding that beautiful spot in the home straight.
That's it, Maxie. It was all one from the 600 of the turn when Tommy just slipped through a split. The gap came. Wahng drove through. Looked as though maybe Pinito was going to outstay her, but she's in for the fight. And in a close finish, there's one trainer that loves winning Oakses. It's Kris Lees, and Bernie's already tracked him down.
Oh, he does love winning Oaks. He loves winning anything. Kris Lees joins us now. What a gutsy effort that was. Wahng?
Yeah, look, lovely ride from Tommy. He's able to get it straight across from the gate. Got a lovely position in running. He had a lot of horse coming to the corner, but I was always just a little guarded that last furlong when she presented, but she was able to find under pressure.
We love the name. Tell us about it.
She's out of Wahng, so I suppose that's where you get it from.
And what were your confidence levels like heading into today?
Well, she ran really well in an AJC Oaks. Then she was very plain at Gosford when we just give her a fresh run. We applied a tongue tie, and it's really worked out well. She's reacted well in it, and she probably got to him a bit early in the Roses, so Tommy was at him. We just need to hold her up for a furlong sprint, and he produced it at the right time today.
Brilliant effort. Enjoy the win.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, there he is, Kris Lees taking out the Queensland Oaks here today with Wahng. 5 beats 8, 1 and 3. Home